Welcome back to the Dabbler's Domain. Today we are in Surviving Mars Relaunched. I am, we're gonna skip the tutorials. I have played a lot of this game, well, the original game, and most of the DLCs back on my Xbox, so I'm very excited to be playing here. The relaunch version with all the DLCs. Have not done the, what was it, Above and Below or whatever DLC that was, so I'm interested in that and all the new dynamics and everything like that. I'll probably be using some of the techniques I learned from the original release of this game here on this one. Alright, so first we need to pick our mission sponsor, and I think I'm going to go with Brazil. Difficulty normal, start off with 9 million. Or 9,000 million, or 9,000 Mars bucks, or however you want to do it. 2 rockets, which is great. Applicants go great. Research has a little one there. Founding faction prosperity, not 100% sure what that one is yet. Large supply pod, which is great. I like the rare metals refinery. I also like the no penalties to passages and passages cost no research. Next, we're going to do our commander profile. Now, in the past, I believe I have done, inventor here, which drones are gradually optimized to work and construct faster until Sol 100, and autonomous hub. Drone hubs no longer require power or maintenance. And for me, this always helps in the mid to later game when I'm all super spread out. So we will choose the inventor. The mystery here I will leave at random, just to see what comes our way. Founding faction. Select a founding faction for this playthrough. So this I'm not 100% sure on. Whoops. So Enlightened Initiative. This is in our DNA. Oh no. So Prosperity for Mars. Dominion of Mars, the Workers Collective, Martian First. Martian First, we fought, we struggled, we survived, and for what? So that a bunch of Earthlings can come and dictate our fate? These fools do not understand what it must mean. Yes, Martian First, that's what we're doing. Now, rival colonies. In about 90% of my previous playthroughs of the base, I'm going to call it the base game, I usually turn these off. But I am going to have them on. So it'll be a little bit different, but that's what we'll do. Game rules. Now I don't think I'm going to change anything for this one. You know, maybe in future playthroughs we'll do some of the harder ones, but we'll leave it just none selected for now. The colony name. Yes, we will do the Dabbler's Dominion. The colony logo. Ooh, Voyager. I like that one. Yep, let's do this one. Display hints. Sure, we'll leave those on. And let's go on to the next bit of setup. Okay, so here is our starting cargo. Let's tweak this a bit. So I actually don't want to start with a Stirling generator. I prefer to use solar panels and batteries and just shut stuff off at night. I will keep a moisture evaporator. I will keep a fuel refinery. A drone hub sounds fantastic. RC transport should be okay. Can I get no? So I rather have an RC Explorer. Now the RC Commander, I'll have a drone hub. I should start with a drone hub due to my commander profile, so that should be fine. 6 drones, electronics, polymers. Don't need metals, don't need concrete. I think we'll give ourselves 1 extra drone, 1 extra orbital probe. The Crux 1, can I rename? Yes, I can. Dabblers 1. Perfect. And we will be choosing our landing site. And there are just infinite number of places. I mean, we can go, let's hit the random button a few times. Now, initially this site seems great, right? The average altitude is pretty low, but metals, water, concrete, but there are cold waves, so no. Okay, so we have great water here, great concrete, pretty good metals, or I guess great. All around, cold waves are low. Meteors happen, which is okay. Dust devils I can handle. The average altitude is great, so my wind turbines should be great. Relatively flat is a little boring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take note of this colony site. And let's look around a few more. So metals, not great. Concrete, great. Super great. Water, super great. Dust devils are high, dust storms are high, meteors and cold waves are down. The topography is rough, which I kind of like, as well as the high altitude. High altitude. So let's go here. Let's go here and start the game.
Welcome to Mars.
Welcome to Mars, Commander. Welcome to Mars. Everyone in Mission Control is impatient to see the rocket touching down and unloading its precious cargo. Our remotely controlled eyes and hands on the red planet. The drones and rovers. Our goal is to secure a foothold for humanity. Building the first Martian dome, the daunting endeavor, will allow the brave pioneers, the founders, to settle on Mars and prove that the colony is stable, sustainable. But until then, we have to make sure the colony has enough constructive resources, water, oxygen, and power. So, right after we close this, we are going to want to pause the game immediately. And I do have it paused. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and, okay, so got to learn some of the shortcuts here. So H. All right, before we open that, let's look at our building. Oh, this is very cool. I'm happy we did this. Now, when it comes to terraforming and doing certain, like, kind of landscape terrains, this kind of small mound type stuff, I feel like I want to erase, but the major, big, landmarks I do kind of want to keep. So let's open up our research here. And we already have, yes, research technology, yes. That's already going towards that. But let's see what else we have. Now the fungal farm, I do want to open up the actual farm, which would be great. Scientist and botanist. A low G shaft for tunneling. So this is something I haven't actually used in the past for the recon and expansion. So yeah, we'll finish up rockets and shuttles. Let us also queue up the fungal farm, because I want to actually unlock the actual farm. Terraforming we will hold off on for a little bit. We only have 100 there, so let's do that. Now, reason we got so far up, and can I check? So yeah, so I got 250 from fighting water on Mars and researching a breakthrough, which was already my other one. So yeah, so if you look at our main area that we had unlocked from the start, we got an anomaly, which we will use our rover for. We have water. This one here, we'll have a research boost if it's within our dome range. We have rare metals, which is fantastic. So our first dome will probably be right around here. Concrete as well. Now, something I do want to do first is also, yes, probes, I got that. We want to scan the surrounding areas, and we'll go here and there. So that will help us plan out our base a little bit more, which actually, believe it or not, before landing, well, how, press RT to rotate. There we go. All right, still learning these controls. There we go. I think right there should be good. So we'll prep that launch there. I think what we will also do is we're going to watch it come down. So let's go ahead. All right. And we will have our...
A rocket has arrived.
Yes, a rocket has arrived. So now we will begin All right, definitely need to get used to these controls here. Okay, so we have our drones coming out, and now they are pretty much just waiting for stuff to do. So I think the first thing, so build menu is B, fantastic. We are going to want to build a concrete extractor. So we have, you know, the concrete extractor down here. And yes, yes. We'll go there with it because we can see here that we have a very high concrete deposit right there. So that is fantastic. Now, this little outline here, which will be the dust that it builds up. Actually, you know what? Go ahead and keep pausing that. Let's set up our base first. So we need to attach a cable. And we're just going to go kind of straight down just like that. Is that attached? Yes, I believe it is. Okay. We also are going to want... Yeah, there we go. So we will construct 3 of these. Not kind of like putting it around in a little circle there. We will also need a depot for concrete. So we will kind of go one on either side. So that's great. We also need a universal depot for our, you know, items in the rockets. So we have, you know, our polymers, all that kind of stuff. So we'll put that along the line there. I will go here and I'm going to not have it keep food or rare metals. Ooh, exotic materials. Nice. Perfect desired amount 3. And I believe that's saved, right? Yes. Oh, you know what I want? No rare metals, no food, and no fuel. Because, you know, the food we'll have on separate stuff and we don't need that. We do, however, need power. So I decided not to have the Stirling generator, so I'm going to go with large solar panels. Now, for these, I will do... four, let's say, because we have some metals here. We have 11 metals there. That'll help with all that kind of stuff because they only cost 3 metals to build, so that's not too bad. We do also, while we're here, want a sensor tower set up, which will be fantastic. Now we'll wait and let that go, and we'll turn these off at night. We also need to prep for our departure. So let us get a fuel refinery, and I believe we should have a moisture vaporator here. Yes. Oh, there we go. We will go there. They will need to be connected via pipes. So that's all set up there. These two will build instantaneously as well. I don't want to tap into this water yet. It is low. I want to save that for when I actually build... yes, thank you. When I actually build the dome. So I think that's base of what we kind of need right now, if I remember correctly. Yeah, don't want to do a water extractor. Don't need a moxie. Don't need a metals extractor. The rare metals I can't do until I actually get, you know, something taken care of. Here's our money. Let's look at the new HUD as we have up here. So we have 7 drones. Here's all our terraforming type stuff, our advanced materials. And actually, what I would like to do, now that I remember, is I do need a fuel depot, and I want that kind of away from everything. For if a meteor were to hit it, it won't... Whoops. For if a meteor were to hit it, it won't blow up everything. Okay, let's kick this back off and let's get this going. Let's get this built up. All right, and also let's speed it up just a little bit. So what's going to happen is now the drones here They're going to go, they're going to collect all this metal here in their back little hat. They're going to deliver it to start building all this stuff as well. Now, this RC Explorer, we can go and we can have it go scan this anomaly, which should, if I remember correctly, give us science.
Anomaly found.
Ooh.
The building has stopped working.
All right, that, yes, because there's no power to it, so that's fine. For this, though, hold on a sec. Let's go ahead and pause real quick. So for the shifts here, I'm going to turn this off at night. I don't have any batteries being built yet. So let's turn it off at night. I want to see where all our power consumption is first, and then we'll turn on like the concrete or maybe just the things to begin with. Where was an anomaly found? Or is that the one you were talking about? Oh, and you know what I also need to do? I need to set up some scanning to do. So even though that will have no building, let's do that. Let's also... No, let's kind of keep near... Okay, I can do 10. Let's keep near here first before we move down. So that should be good. Okay, let's continue going. We'll go at normal speed for a little bit, because we're going to want to catch that as it progresses and also shut it off at night. There we go. We'll turn it off at night as well. So right now we have a 15 power deficit. I believe these are 5 each. So that should be enough to maintain it all during the day. So we'll probably actually need a 5th one. All right, let's get a little bit of speed going. As you can see, the cable is slowly being built with all that stuff. They're emptying out the rocket with the materials that we have inside of it. And we're still scanning that. Perfect. A little cold zone over here.
Research complete.
There we go. All right. And yay, achievements. So let's go ahead and open up our research tab. So we open up there. Any excess research that we have just kind of goes into this first one. So it's decommission protocol, which is kind of sad because I don't necessarily need that yet. So let's queue up a few more. We got the water reclamation spire for our domes, but I am in search of food, so we will still go with that one. Let's open up another one in physics. We'll keep engineering going up, and transport organizers. Not too worried about these at the moment. So let's get these solar panels up and running and then see where our power's at. Because I think what we're going to want to build is... So right now we have minus 10 power. So we have the water vaporator going. Right now we're kind of in second shift. Here we go. It's going towards night. Yes, it does suggest us building a drone hub, but we will not. So let's look at the Martian surface. Awesome. A little night sky. Very cool. Research cooperation. My attention is required. So a new deep space telescope will be launched to scan the cosmos from a point even further out than Mars. The company behind the telescope, Lambda Industries, has partnered with our sponsor to share financial burden of this deep space launch. Our sponsor, not one to waste an opportunity to help their most ambitious project, says the splitting of the launch bill will basically pay for a single supply pod that they can fill with cargo of our choosing. What do we pick? Do we want orbital probes? We can gain some machine parts and electronics, or we can get ARC transport. I'm going to take the advanced materials here. Let's always keep this running for a little bit. So that is fantastic. So let's go ahead and just land that down there. And I do know I still have 2 of those, but that is fine. And yes, we got nothing as of yet for over there. And sensor tower is still being built. And right now, yeah, as I said, so we have...
Has stopped working.
Yes, because it is on at night, which it doesn't need to be right now, so that way our power, maintains a little bit. So we still have some metals here, and actually, and if I remember, I can destroy that. So now these drones, let's get the speed going a little bit. Drones will take those and put them on our universal pad. It will continue to collect the metals. It will continue to collect food. So now, being the daytime, let's see where our power is. There we go. So we are at a positive 8. So this requires 5, 5, and 5. So we need 10. Because I want to keep, well, okay. So let's build a power accumulator. So a battery. And let's see. Yes, we will shove it right there. And that should connect to the power grid once it is built. And I want to keep this now going at night. And I want to keep getting concrete while at night. The fuel can stop at night, but that should load the battery up.
Sector scan.
Hey, fantastic. Anything found? Oh, we got another little research area. So our dome, if we have a dome in that area, we'll have higher research. That is fantastic. And yeah, so this now is charging. So hopefully that can charge enough to then run these two at night. And now if I go to my research hub, what breakthrough? Oh yeah, I got that breakthrough. Let's actually, before we end this episode, let us look. Let's go ahead and pause that while we look at the planetary view. So here we are, the Dabbler's Dominion. We have the Blue Sky Corporation is also here. We have the colony of India and the colony of Europe, all kind of right near us here. So we're a little bit separated from them. So we have overall terraforming progress now up here in the corner, which is fantastic, but we won't get to that for a little bit. So yeah, so here we are. Let's have it slowly run while we take a look at our little colony. So we have the basics going, right? We have fuel set up so we can send this rocket back. If I remember correctly, we only have, okay, we have no rocket, so we'll have to wait for our rocket to go back before we can send passengers. I don't want to send a cargo rocket, probably, and just do, I think we'll set up for people next go around. Okay. Oh, we're still at the day-ish time, so the solar panels are still up. And we got about 40, so that might get close to not making it through. So let's actually add one more solar power panel here. Yeah. And yeah, and here we are in Surviving Mars Relaunched. We are going to keep going. And actually, you know what? One more thing before we go. Let's see, because I'm either going to use a ramp to go down or we'll use a tunnel. But let's see what we have down here. Oh, perfect. We have a metals deposit down there and some more concrete. So our second base of operations will probably be over in this area, depending on what we find up here. Because right now, so we have rare metals. We have only 11 metal left. We have 17 down here, but we don't have a RC transport. We just have the RC, or not RC Explorer. Yeah, the RC Explorer. So, yes, thank you. So we can't actually transport these metals yet. So maybe a supply pod with
insufficient resources.
Oh, fantastic. Where are we? Oh, less than 7 hours of storage remaining. Okay, that should be okay. Yeah, we might be okay with that. So anyways, until next time, we will see you guys all soon. Thank you so much. See ya.